Dummies, or pacifiers, can be really useful sleep and settling tools. Today I am answering your sleep question. For the last few weeks, my 11-month-old has needed a dummy to go to sleep. Is this okay? And how do I start to take it off her? I'm Nikki. I am a mother to 3 beautiful children and one of the founders of Little Ones. At Little Ones, we specialise in infant and toddler sleep and nutrition. We are passionate about helping families improve their little ones' sleep and overall wellness through establishing healthy sleep patterns. We would love to help you and your family through our comprehensive sleep programs, which are housed inside our custom-built app. Please check out our website, www.littleones.co, if you would like to learn more about how we can help you and your family toward better sleep. So let's talk about your 11-month-old and the pacifier. As I said at the start, pacifiers can be really helpful settling tools, and at 11 months old, your little one is actually at quite a good age to be using a pacifier because they have the physical ability to replace their pacifier. Prior to sort of 6-7 months, there is a bit of a tricky patch with pacifiers where little ones aren't physically able to replace their own pacifier if and when it falls out, which can start to become problematic if they're trying to go to sleep and it keeps falling out, or they wake up during naps or during the night because it's fallen out. But at 11 months, your little one is well capable of being able to replace their own pacifier if and when it should fall out. To encourage this, I would be getting them to do it during the day, guide their hand with their pacifier in their hand to their mouth, show them how to replace it, let them play with it during the day, and really quickly they will get used to putting it in their own mouth, and they will start doing this for sleep as well. So at 11 months, if your little one has gotten into the habit of using a pacifier, as long as you're okay with that, I think that's totally fine. My eldest child started using a pacifier around 7-8 months old, and I can't even really remember how it started. We just kind of fell into it, and in my opinion, at that age, it was a really great settling tool for her. And we used that right through until she was about 2.5-3 years old when we got rid of it. So that's the next part of your question. How do you get rid of it? Unfortunately, at this age, you are in it for the long haul. And we generally tell people, if you're using pacifiers with a newborn baby, if you get rid of it before around 4 months, this is the best time to get rid of it. Otherwise, if you've still got it beyond 4 months, you're kind of stuck with it until they are a toddler. And that is because it is a big, strong sleep association, and to remove it is going to result in a lot of protesting from your little one. And as long as they are able to replace it in their mouths themselves, therefore they're completely controlling it as a sleep association, we don't see it as a problem to use it in your little one's sleep toolbox. You're really looking at around 3 years of age, to be honest, to get rid of the pacifier. And what happens at that age is your little one generally stops having their daytime sleep, because we've found that if you're trying to ditch the pacifier before they drop their daytime sleep, then the daytime sleep will probably go at the same time. So you want to make sure that it's around the age that would be happening anyway, so that's closer to 3. There's sort of 2 key methods really. One is a gradual destruction method, whereby you literally gradually destruct the pacifier. So you start cutting the end off it, and you start trimming it down with scissors every couple of days so that it gets smaller and smaller and there's less and less to suck on. It's not as pleasurable for your child. They don't necessarily notice what's happening. They just notice they're not enjoying sucking it anymore, and so they themselves will choose to not have it. That's one way. The other way, and the way I used with my children and Amanda used with her children, was the pacifier fairy. So she's a mythical fairy creature, much like the tooth fairy, And, you know, we weave this story where she comes in the night and she takes your pacifier and she leaves you a present, and she takes the pacifier to a small baby who doesn't have their own pacifier. So your child needs to be at an age where they're able to understand and have empathy for a situation like that for this approach to work. We obviously went extremely overboard with the idea and had all these beautiful letters and you know, weaved this gigantic story about the pacifier theory, which of course you can do, really appeal to your child's imagination. And the idea is your child puts their dummies or their pacifier out for the fairy when they go to bed, and it can be pretty tricky for them going to sleep that night, so it's actually okay for you to be in there with them, comforting them, helping them. It is a massive change for them. And then in the night, the pacifiers are gone, they're replaced by a present and maybe some fairy dust. And she maybe leaves a letter to thank the child for being so kind and donating their pacifiers to a baby in need. In this scenario, you can probably expect a couple nights of tears at bedtime, a bit of disrupted sleep, because like I said, it's a big change for your little one. This is essentially a cold turkey method that's just dressed up with glitter, and it is going to take a little while for your little one to adjust. So maybe the present that replaces the pacifier is a snuggly teddy or something like that. A bit of compassion for your child is quite crucial at that time. They're learning something really new. It's not their fault if they're upset at bedtime, so just tread gently, but they will get there. And the key is to not go back. Once they're gone, they're gone. It'll be very confusing for your child if you are then reintroducing the pacifier. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea of what's ahead for your 11-month-old. Like I said, I would keep the pacifier for now. If it's working for you and for her, then keep it. But yeah, you're probably looking at another at least 2 years of using it until you can start to remove it via one of the methods that I've explained. Let us know in the comments whether a pacifier has worked for you and your baby. At what age did you get rid of it and how? Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you again next week.